Hello, everybody. Welcome into the Jud Dryden Show. It's Tuesday, and guess what? It's a good day for a coach's show.
Very good day.
42-0 over Franklin County. We'll get into that. Right now, we're going to hear from our sponsor, SLC Firearms, 931-684-5731, 917 North Main Street, inside of Shelbyville Lumber. You get inside there, Coach, you get the plumbing. What do we do?
Hang right.
Hang right, you're there. They specialize in gunsmithing, the sale of name-brand guns, shotguns, pistols, optics, gun cleaning. They accept transfers, and they've got warranty ammo. Check out their website at slcfirearmsllc.com. All right, Coach, let's start off. We get her going here early. Big story of the night, though, was probably Mason Shavers at quarterback.
It was. Stephen had developed turf toe the week before, and it had progressively gotten worse. We held him out for the week, and Mason comes in. He was still rehabbing, still, game time decision coming up, but Mason steps in and plays like he's been in that system for 4 years, which he has been, and puts the ball on the money and runs the show and does a great job. I mean, you can't be more proud of the young man for that.
Got us going, though, that nice pass to LeBron Ransom for 39 yards. Really nice play.
He made a lot of good catches, throws and catches out there. And he finished with 50-ish yards.
167, 9 of 13 for 167 and 2 touchdowns.
He just played well. Just played well overall. Made a couple of good throws on the run, on getting out of the pocket and extended plays. He's made good choices at the line of scrimmage. A couple of times he threw a couple of fast screens that were RPO style that and made a good choice on that. So he played well.
And you can't have a Shelbyville or a coach's show without talking about Robert Bailey. 175 yards. What do you have, 16, 17 carries, if that? 3 touchdowns.
And we pulled him early, so there's no telling what he could have had if we'd have left him in the third quarter.
But it really, what broke the camel's back, so to speak, was that run in the end of the first half, that 48-yarder. I believe it was on a fourth down, wasn't it?
Or was it third? Possibly. It was either third and long or fourth down, but he
it was like 4th and 3, and he breaks it and gone.
Yeah, he's gone. So
he came out in the second half, did it again, 58 yards, does it again.
And so it was at that point we were in control. We went ahead and pulled him. There was no reason to give him any more reps back there. Nate Zimmerman comes in and does a
phenomenal job.
So, it was just a good night to get a lot of guys, playing times 2 weeks in a row. We've gotten a lot of guys in to be able to play and good reps out of younger guys. It'll be good for us moving forward with those kids.
It was good to see Dallas Levine. He had a couple of nice little runs. He also had a nice punt return for you as well.
Made a good decision on that. The first punt punt return we had, he made a choice to let it bounce just because of situational type stuff. And that guy, Franklin County kid, got a good roll out of it and it took off. So it is what it is. We were able to push it back out of the way. And I believe we punted on that first series, and it's okay. We got backed up. So, but he made good decisions all night on that. And special teams played well for us again. So.
Well, let's hear real quick. Our offensive player of the game is Mason Shavers, and we had an interview with him. Let's hear from Mason real quick. This is the Jud Dryden Show right here, sponsored by Shelbyville Lumber, Bedford County Sports Live. The best part, interviewing these kids. Mason Shavers is the offensive player of the week. Mason, you're a celebrity now. We had you on the show. That was fun Saturday.
I guess I'm a celebrity now.
Well, you enjoyed being on there with us Saturday, didn't you?
Yes, sir. Mr. Kenny, he's crazy.
Oh, I'm telling you, and the dreads, that really did him in, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
We couldn't look at him without laughing.
Never can. Not even without him.
All right, Mason, did you enjoy coming on with us? I think I might know your mom and dad, maybe.
Probably.
Who is your mom and dad?
Bubba and Mary Lita Shavers.
Who's your granddaddy?
Garland Morris and Duran Shavers.
That's a pretty good family right there.
Real good.
All right, Mason, you had to step in this game in particular. Stephen was out, and a lot of times in a high school team, you come in with a backup quarterback, you miss a beat, things don't go good. Things ran good and smooth. Got off to a slow start, but we came right out. And tell me again about this 39-yard touchdown to Ransom early.
Well, I caught the snap from Ian, and I look over to Braun's side, and he's coming across, and I feel pressure to my right side, so I step up, throw it in there, trust him, and he scores.
That was good to get up, and, of course, Robert, he has 3 big runs in there in the fourth quarter. Tell me about this long pass to Mr. Jordan.
Well, catch a snap, and you just look, take a step out and you just let it fly.
Because he can move, can't he?
He can move, yes, sir.
All right, looking towards the rest of the season, the one thing about you is utility and versatility. From snapping to holding, playing quarterback, wide receiver. Do you play defense any?
I can play safety, yes, sir. And I can play anything.
Well, that's good. How did it feel to be out here, get a chance to lead the Golden Eagles in this ball game? Did it feel pretty good?
Yes, sir. It felt good. All my teammates were congratulating me, messing with me during the game. But yes, sir.
Key thing you talked about Saturday morning, and I thought it was kind of funny that you and Kenny were talking about it, was the difference in the wet football and how the new ones. Tell me about how the new balls feel compared to the older ones.
Well, I mean, I always like the old ball because it gets smoother, and then I don't like them dimples really, but you can just get a better grip on the old balls when they're wet and normally when it's dry too. So the old ball, I always prefer to use one.
Now tell me what this belt is you got right here. Tell me about the belt.
This is the Offensive Player of the Week belt. It has BTA on it, has the eagle, and be the alpha.
Outstanding. We get a bye week this week. This will be a good week for you guys to heal up and get ready for the stretch run.
Yes, sir.
All right, next ball game. We're off this week. The next ball game will be at Spring Hill, correct?
Yes, sir.
This is Mason Shavers, your Offensive Player of the Week, right here on the Jud Dryden Show. And, Coach, we'll get to it here in a minute, of course, but hats off to Mason the way he played. But he had nice, clean pockets, too. So the offensive line did a really nice job of giving him time to throw the football.
Yeah, and they played well all night. Which it shows in the stats. I mean, we had a good running night. We had rushing night. We had a good passing night. So it was a good night for us overall. Just methodical in a lot of cases. Defensively played outstanding. So again, we're pretty excited. 2 weeks in a row, we've been able to get the game, get out early, and get out for the most part injury free, not dinged up, and coming in the bye week. So
you're able to move Ian back to center. You got everybody back now.
We do, and that's huge for us. That's the second week in a row now we've had the same starting lineup in the offensive line. So they're starting to gel some, and it's at the right time. I mean, with the way that some of these teams left in our region are playing right now and how they're showing how good they are, we've got to gel at this time, and I think we're starting to.
Here comes a pretty long interview right here. The Shelbyville Lumber Bedford County Sports Lineman of the Week is Mr. Ian Matusik. And here's Ian. All right, it is the Shelbyville Lumber Bedford County Sports Live Lineman of the Week. And I might know you a little bit, Mr. Ian Matusik. And do I know your mom and daddy?
Absolutely. My parents are Mike and Chris Matusik.
And who's your grandfather, the legendary figure?
The one on Tony Matusik.
Ian, what's it like to come from a football family in terms of your whole family, from coaches to players all the way down? Is that any extra pressure on you?
Just a little bit. There's a higher standard, but the thing I love most about it is there's a lot of knowledge that's shared. My great-granddad played at UT Chat, and then my granddad 2 years at Tennessee, transferred to Middle, and Dad and Uncle both played over at Middle. So there's a lot of knowledge there that they like to share with me, and they always help me out any way they can.
To this day, your grandfather's still coaching.
Oh yeah,
just talk to him.
He's gotten older, and there's certain things he's not as sharp on anymore. Anything involving football, it's like he never left the office when he was coaching at Central, Cascade, or any other places he was at. All
right, as far as you go, you were playing guard this year due to necessity. You've had to play center. You got injured early in the season with your shoulder. The shoulder's all good now, right?
Oh yes, sir. I've had it KT taped up. We had a brace made for it. I've been fine. Was hurt it the week before our first game. I got back right in time for Siegel. They had me at guard during our spring game to try to test things out with different personnel. Last year they had me at center, as y'all know, and then this year back at center. It's just what flows best for the team. And Coach just said I can be put anywhere need be, but really it's the guys around me help me be able to be the best player I can be, whether it be from our combos, outside zones, or those moments you're like, hey, what's the play? Like, hey, I got you, here you go, run this and go execute. And sometimes that's resulting in a touchdown for us.
Well, that's one thing, talking to the younger linemen that we've had on Tuesday, all point to you being the senior and what a help you've been to them. And being a senior, we've got some younger players on this team, but they're great kids, and you even to a degree do some coaching every now and then.
Oh, yes, sir. We got a lot of smart kids and a lot of very athletic kids from our lines. We got two sophomores who are 6'3", 6'4", about 280 pounds, give or take, either way, and those guys can move some weight. And part of it is I understand where they've been at, because my sophomore year I was a sophomore starting on the O-line, and I had center to my right, center to my left, who I was talking with them all the time, asking questions. It's just that level of football is, as a level as a senior and taking pride in your team, you want to pass the knowledge you have off to the next guys to help better them in their careers.
What's it like to be able to block for a running back like Robert Bailey over here? I see him in the back right now. To have a guy that if you guys can give him a crease, he's gone.
It's last year that way too, with this year Robert especially. It's anytime like, man, just give me a seam. I'm telling you, and I think in all 4 years I had a running back who is just that antsy. He's like, dude, just give me a seam. It's all I need. I'm gone. I'll hit that next level and I'll get a 6. And anytime we give him that seam on that edge or in that A gap, we get hit second level, he is going for 6.
And he just went over 1,000 yards, which is a credit to him. It's also a credit to you guys in the offensive line. That here we are at week 6, and we already have 1,000-yard rusher.
Yes, sir. Hoping to get him to 2,000, Lord willing. But it's going to be a little bit of work, but I think we can get there.
I told him the other day, that actually Steven had the longest run this year, 76 yards, and he still does. And Bailey says he's going to get it, though, before it's over.
Oh yeah. We I don't know if y'all watched the game, but when we got the punt trapped on the 1, we're running out there. I'm yelling at Robert, hey, man, it's looking pretty familiar from last year where we were in a scrimmage. He was on the one on the other side, 99-yard rush to score. And sadly, we didn't get that, but that was definitely on our mind for that to be a possibility there.
All right, and this year y'all played some big defensive lines, but in your opinion, what was the toughest D-line you played against this year? You played against Coffee. They're a big line. Columbia was big.
I will say Coffee probably had the best set of guys. Marshall County was better coached and executed at a higher rate. But don't get me wrong, they had some guys too, but their play styles are a lot different. You're Coffee County is there a faster bull rush, which for me as center, I'm watching film, I'm looking at these like I can snatch block these guys, which happened multiple times. I got guys on the ground, was able to keep 66 from getting in the backfield a couple times. And then Marshall County, they're a little slower fit. They want to sit on that line and just see what's going on. So they're going to stalemate you, but at the same time, if we just run our combos, we run our technique like we're supposed to, we're going to get those guys moved off the line.
All right, tell me about the chain real quick.
Chain, this has been here since before me. This is strength. Every guy on the team and before us and who will come after us is a link, and it's your whole thing is you want to leave a legacy, you want to leave a link worth remembering, and you strengthen that every day. I mean, we have our weight room here where it's off season. That's critical for us. It's strengthen your link, strengthen your position on the team. Every time we remax, we'll ring the bell. That chain's right there with it as a reminder.
All right, I heard a little rumor. You ready for this one?
Here we go.
I heard you might be going to Western Kentucky.
Absolutely not.
I had that worked on you all day long, and I bet your dad's watching this going, absolutely not.
We aren't the, as a family of Middle Tennessee alumni, we are not the biggest fans of West.
It's 100 miles of hate.
And there's some other words you could use for that team. That's not, we're not using those today, but go blue.
All right, we've got a bye week this week to heal up, get everybody healed up, get ready to come back into Spring Hill, and then we've got this stretch run coming up of all region games looking towards the playoffs. So good time for the bye week, isn't it?
Oh, yes, sir. I mean, I will say last year we did not come out as strong as we'd like to. I feel like this week the team and it's the coaching staff, everyone is focused on the goal because we've played some pretty good teams, and we feel like that's prepared us, for the first 4 weeks has prepared us for a longer run this second half of the season, but I feel like we are prepared both mentally and physically for these games.
And remember last year, I don't think we came out of the bye as well. I agree with you on that. Last year we came out a little sluggish right after the bye. Don't think we will this time.
No, we were. I don't think our minds were. I think we were thinking about other things for that game. But this game coming out, we know right now we're one of the top dogs in the region. Lincoln County, they're 3-0 right now in the region. They're right above us. So I personally like that. I feel like we do better in bigger games. We need to step up to the plate and go compete. I feel like this team shows up for those games.
All right, your Shelbyville Lumber, Bedford County Sports Live. Lineman of the game, it's Ian Matusik right here on the Jud Dryden Show. There's another player, Neil Gordon, ought to be recruiting, do a little broadcasting.
Yeah, he should. He needs to be sitting in this seat right now, so not just right over there. But
Let's have him on Saturday morning.
yeah, he a phenomenal young man, very intelligent, very studies the game. Of course, he talked about his family and the history they have there. They've been incredibly supportive of us and our program and everything. So he's he's been a linchpin in that offensive line now for 3 years, and he is just continuing to get better week to week, and it's fun watching him.
And that's the thing I've noticed in these kids from LeBron Ransom to Matusik to all of them, the Bobo boys, the football IQ.
Yep.
That's it. Just about every one of them's got it.
Right. And so you got guys like Ian, and they're all intelligent.
Oh, yes.
Even
Chandler's a genius.
Yeah. And so they're all intelligent, but the great thing about them is that they know that if they ask a question on why, we're not back like whenever I played or anybody else my age or older would have played, which is you don't ask me why, you just do what I do, what I tell you to do. They know that when they get asked why, we're going to give an explanation. And if I can't give a good explanation, then I need to rethink what I'm doing.
Right.
And be able to come back and give them a better answer. And that's really expanded their knowledge up front. Mm-hmm. They, why do we combo this way? Why do we run this track? Why is this route at this many steps instead of this many steps? Why are the quarterback's feet this on that route? They all tie together, and they're all linked together. And so when our guys start to question those things, we make sure they understand the why behind everything we do, right, behind the what. And guys like Ian, they take to that and they run with it. I mean, him on that offensive line, him and Caleb Smith and Chandler Cates, especially, all three of those guys are very cerebral, and they want to know why. Palmer Edwards has an inherent understanding of everything we do, and Blake Lay, as he continues to grow in his development, is becoming like that. And so we're very blessed with those kind of guys.
Outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Today's show, as always, brought to you by SLC Firearms. Inside of Shelbyville Lumber, head to Plumbing. Hang a right, you're there. Check them out. Mike Matusik, Chris Cartwright, go in and check them out, and they'll give you good service. And if they don't have what you want, they'll get it for you pretty quick. Website's slcfirearmsllc.com. Nice website. Check it out. Phone number 931-684-5731. Now, we're going to talk two things. We're going to move to defense. Special teams, two key plays here. Petzlberger's tackle and save a touchdown.
Yep.
And Zion Bonner's big recovery on punt.
Yep.
Those are two big plays.
Two big plays. And again, we've been, they got us on the kick return, on the kickoff, and that's it's going to happen. But what's different this year compared to last year is, with the exception of Coffee County, we've not, we've had somebody in place to make a play. And a lot of times we've been making plays, inside the 30 or sometimes inside the 20 when the ball isn't in the end zone. So that's truly improved over the season, and that's a testament to Coach Hornberger and what he's been able to do as he learns, as he still grows and develops in his role. And then Zion making just a great play.
It was a great play.
It was a great play, and that's about the best thing you can say about it. It was just a great play.
Defense, we'll get to our defensive player of the game. Chandler Jones is coming up here in a second. One thing that was really nice here were the interceptions that we got.
Yeah.
Lavorne has a pick six called back on a penalty.
Yeah.
William had a pick, and Chandler Jones had a pick. So we had 3 picks in that game.
And it was. I mean, Williams was incredibly athletic.
Mm-hmm.
Looking with the way he turned on the ball. Brody was just right there, right time, and he's probably a little upset with Chandler because it's Chandler's penalty that got his pick six called back, but it's okay. Chandler's was one of those. He makes an instinctive play. Mm-hmm. A guy that's been playing for a while may knock that ball down, but shoot, who cares?
Pick it.
You got to have it, right? I mean,
either way,
anybody that's played defense is going to want that ball.
Right.
I mean, they're not thinking about what the situational context might be. So, but no, Chandler has been playing phenomenal football for us, and he
gets better every week.
He does, and I remember, and we'll talk more about him after his interview, I'm sure, but I remember Coach Trice, our outside linebackers coach, coming to me early on during scrimmage times, and he's like, "Coach, Chandler's coming on. He's not the same guy." I said, "Well, good, because we're going to need him to come on." And then next thing you know, he's getting more and more reps in practice. Then he's getting more and more reps in the game, and before I know it, he's starting at our same linebacker, which, I mean, that's a critical piece for us, and he's not letting anybody take it from him, which is big. So we're excited the way he's developed.
Here is the Shelbyville Lumber Bedford County Sports Live Defensive Player of the Week. Here's Chandler Jones. All righty, now it's time for the Defensive Player of the Week. Bedford County Sports Live, Shelbyville Lumber Defensive Player of the Week, and it's Chandler Jones. Chandler, who's your mom and dad?
Amy Jones and Marty Jones.
I bet they're pretty proud of you in the way you've been playing here lately.
Yes, sir, they are.
Well, you're a junior. You're getting better and better every week. David and I kept talking about it. You're in here making plays. They lift you as a safety and a wide receiver. Looks to me like you're playing an awful lot of linebacker.
Yeah, I'm playing a bunch of outside linebacker. They got to fix that on the depth chart.
Because you're getting in there, getting after the quarterback. And also I've noticed you're pretty good when they try to roll people out of the backfield at coverage. You're really good at coverage too.
Yes, sir. I try to stay on them as much as I can. Do my job is most important.
Okay, a big play in that Columbia game, and I'm going to go back to it even though we're talking about Franklin County. Towards the end of the first half, what was the coverage of where you were? And you made a beautiful interception right there in a key part of the game. Tell me about that play.
So I was in man, call was white. I've been watching film that week. I know they're either going to run a corner route or a wheel route. They run the corner, and I just was on it. I stay on his inside hip, so when he makes a cut out, I'll just be there on the ball stone. And I was waiting. He rolled out, so he had a minute, and I was just staying on him, and then I look up and I see the ball, and I just make the play.
And a good play. It was outstanding play. Now, against Franklin County, and I believe it was the fourth quarter, maybe the third quarter. I believe it may have been fourth down. It was a tip ball that you were able to get your hands on and pick off. Tell me about that one.
Yes, sir. Again, man coverage. He goes inside, so I pass him off in the middle linebackers, drop pass, and it's just tip drill. Just watch the ball, and I watched it, and it fell right in front of me. I had to make a play.
Tip drills, that's something y'all work on in practice a lot where the ball goes up in the air and seeing how you can catch it.
Yes, sir, we do.
Well, that was a key in that ball game. Big win, 42-0 over Franklin County. Now, tell me what the hammer is.
Hammer, we use this. You know what a hammer does. It crushes stuff. I mean, that's what our defense is supposed to do, crush everything.
That's outstanding. Bye week coming up. Did your body need it, or are you feeling pretty good?
I'm feeling good. We can play this Friday. I'll be fine. But I know some of these guys are bruised up real bad, and we need this mentally.
Absolutely. This is Chandler Jones. He's your defensive player here on the Jud Dryden Show. Another outstanding interview, Coach.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, like I said, you can't. Another guy that has been just slowly and steadily and consistently getting better
Right.
each and every week, and he has earned that spot. And it's right now he stays on trajectory. Nobody's going to be taking it away from him. He's fully earned it. And it is his.
Once again, we had a great pass rush in this game too, didn't we?
We were able to bring more guys because he's playing well. He's making minimal mistakes, even with being brand new to that spot. So it's just helpful that we can trust him to do the things that he's supposed to do. And and through our training, we're still in the weight room. We're still doing all of our speed and sprint training type stuff, and he's getting faster each week as well. I mean, we have him tracked right now, and he continues to improve and in every phase. So it's fun to watch guys like that, especially in that junior class, really come on.
Bye week's coming up this week. Good week to get healed up and get everybody healthy for the stretch run, right?
It is. We are our one padded practice this week will be tomorrow. We gave them the day off day because everybody was in testing all day. So we had a normal Monday. We'll have our normal padded practice tomorrow. Then we'll have a short day Thursday to make sure everything's sealed up, give them Friday off, and then come back Sunday, Monday, start getting ready for Spring Hill.
I'll be here before you know it, too. Then we got a big stretch run of region games the rest of the way here.
4 region games left, and
3 of them on the road.
3 of them are on the road, which makes them all tough.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, even the ones that everybody's going to look at on paper and go, "Oh, that should be easy." They're never easy when you travel.
No.
They're never easy when it's a region game. They're never easy when you're the defending region champ. They're never. It's we approach everything as though it's the region championship, and
Right.
they all understand that. We play to be perfect in a moment, and then we play to be perfect in the next moment, and that's what we practice for. So none of that changes. The message remains the same, and will always remain the same as long as I'm here, and that's just follow the process, play in the moment. So we'll be prepared, and then like I've said multiple times, the ball's not round; it's oblong.
Right.
It's got points on it. It's going to bounce weird. We just have to be prepared whenever those things happen and stay focused on what our job is.
We'll be right back here next Tuesday getting ready for Spring Hill. And the Jud Dryden Show will be right back here next Tuesday at 6 o'clock as always. And we're getting ready for Spring Hill on that Friday night. And we got our show Saturday morning too, so stay tuned for that as well.